Now let us see how to represent the subset of a number line. Okay, so let us consider how I'll be writing the intervals here. We already know R is what? R is a real line, right? So let us see how I'll be. Simply we can denote real numbers as what? Minus infinity to infinity is nothing but a real line. Both are equal. Now let us consider any two elements, that is A and B, which is in R, such that always remember A is less than B. So this is the case I am doing in this problem. Okay. So for doing this one, first of all, I'll be dividing this into three columns. Let us take interval here. Let me take what is the type of an interval here. Then how will be represent. Okay, how I'll be represent this one, right? So first of all, now let us consider the first one. So if I take that x belongs to closed interval a comma b, this one actually I can write it as a is less than or equals to b x, and it is less than or equals to b. This is the notation here. Are you getting my point? So actually we will call this as what? This we will call it as a closed interval. Are you getting my point? What is meant by closed interval? Which means that if you take a whole number line, let us assume this is our A, this is our B. So what we need to do, we need to take the all elements of A and B in which the interval means what? This is the interval. I need to take a closed bracket. What is the meaning of a closed bracket? That point A as well as a B, both are included. In that case only, I'll be taking it as a closed interval. Are you getting my point? So try to remember this whole line, okay? Each and every point from set A, point A to the point B, in which the end points is also included. Are you getting my point here? Yeah. So now let us consider the second one here. What is the second one here? So x belongs to open interval a comma b. What is the meaning of open interval? Actually, I can rewrite this as a is less than x, which is less than b, right? Can you see the difference between both here? If you want, let me take. Here I am using less than or equals to sign, but here I am using only less than sign. What is the meaning actually? Here a and b, the end points is the right a and b, which are not included in this interval. This interval we will call it as a what? This we will call it as a open interval. Are you getting my point? So let me represent in a number line. If I take a number line, this is our A, this is our B. So what I need to do, I'll be taking all the elements where A is not included. Means what? A, that exactly that point is not included, and exactly that point B is not included. Is it okay? Beside that one, every point is included. If you have a doubt, let us assume A is 2. So 2 is not included, but 2.1111, this is included. Are you getting my point? Means I need to remove the A, I need to remove the B, I will be taking all these things here. Is it okay? Actually, this can also be represented in one more format, let me tell you. So here, let us assume this is our A, this is our B, right? Whenever point is included, I will be filled the whole. We will call it as a whole in mathematically. I will fill the whole with the color, okay? Which means that what? A point, B point, both are included. In this case, this is our A, this is our B, where A point is not included. So I'll be taking an empty hole. What is the meaning of empty hole? That point is not included. Are you getting my point here? If you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. Okay. Yeah. So up to here, I think both are clear. So now let us move on. There is a two more things here. So if I write x belongs to, simply take it in this form. This is what A is closed and B is open. What is the meaning here? I'll be taking A is less than or equals to. Whenever it is showing it as a closed means that point is included. Included means what? We need to take less than or equals to. And B is not included. So I'll be writing with what? Less than B. Is it okay? So what we will call? We will call it as a closed opened. We will call it as a closed opened. Are you getting my point? This is closed open interval, or we can call it as a semi-closed or semi-open. Another name for this is what? We can call it as a semi-closed or semi-opened. Is it okay? Yeah. Now let us see how I'll be representing this in the number line here. Is it okay? So now let us take this is the set A, this is the set B. Is it okay? So from this, as I can see this, they are telling what A is included means I need to include A means I need to take a closed interval, but B is not included. I need to take an open interval. So this is what all elements in this set is included. Are you getting my point here? So I can also represent this in this way. Let us take this is A, this is B. So what I can do here, A is included, right? So I'll be taking a filled hole and B is not included. I'll be taking a open hole. Are you getting my point? Yes. Let us move on to the fourth bit. What is the fourth bit here? If whenever I take x belongs to open interval A, closed interval B. What is the meaning here? This is A is less than. We need to take only less than. Are you getting my point? A is less than X, which is less than or equals to B. What is the name for this? This is known as a open closed. First is open and second one will be closed. The other name will be what? Semi-opened. Semi means what? Half part is opened, half part is, I can take it as a semi-closed. Both I can take. Are you getting my point? Any doubts up to here? Yeah. Now let us move on. If I want to represent this in the number line, this is A, this is B. What is the meaning here? As I said, A is not included. Simply take a open interval. B is included. Take a closed interval. What is the meaning? Sorry. What is the meaning here? Actually, this is somewhat different. Let me take it this way. Yeah, this is correct. Nothing to show. So I'll be taking all the elements where A should not be there and B should be there. Okay. So if I want to represent the same thing on a number line means what I'll be doing here? Let me write in the other format. Let us assume this is A point, let us assume B point, where A is not included, so open hole, and B is included. What is this? This will be a closed hole. Any doubts up to here? I think this is, you got it, right? So from this, I think that this topic is done. So let me tell you a few things which is actually important for your sake. Okay. So how can I say this is what this is an every interval, this everything is nothing but what? Interval. If you want to find the length of the interval means what we can say, let me write it down. The length of the interval. Okay. This is nothing but B minus A. So you can ask them in which case the formula will be B minus A. Either if you take a closed interval A to B, or either if you take open interval A to B, or semi-closed, or semi-open. If you take any of the intervals, obviously length of the set will be what? Obviously B minus A. Any doubts in this? This is the formula. You need to remember. Agree? Also, I can tell you one more important thing here. So from this, what I can say? A comma B is what? It is a subset of closed interval A comma B. Agree? I can also say that A comma B is what? It is also a subset of what? Open interval A and closed interval B. Are you getting my point? Is it okay? Or I can say that A comma B is what? This is also a subset of closed interval A, open interval B. And this is subset of what? Closed interval AB. This is also subset of what? Closed interval AB. Are you getting my points here? If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Right? So you, in the same way, simply I can tell what? If I consider AB, is it a subset of, let me change the question here for your sake. If I take a closed interval, let us take a closed interval in this case. Closed interval, is it a subset of AB? Obviously, it is not subset. In not subset, what we will do, we'll write the symbol like this. Are you getting my point here? I think you understood everything here, right? Yeah. I think, thank you for this